Welcome to PAX TV. I'm your host, Mary Kirby, and in this episode, our Los Angeles-based field correspondent, Tomás Romero, pays a visit to a company that's transforming airplane parts into functional art. We'll also be talking about two new unique airline campaigns aimed at getting travelers excited about travel to China and Japan. But first, a quick word from our sponsor, GoGo.
How do we deliver the best performing IFC technology to aircraft? We focus on the plane first. Our aircraft expertise lets us install fast and minimize touches, keeping planes in service where they belong. And now our high bandwidth, future-ready global solution, 2KU, is in flight. New and better services for passengers, greater operational efficiency for our partners. The 2KU era has begun. Now over to Tomas in Los Angeles.
Located just down the runway from LAX in the heart of LA's aviation corridor, El Segundo's rich aerospace history is evident pretty much everywhere you look. So it's only fitting that El Segundo is also home to MotorArt Studio. We're bringing aviation history to life in the form of super cool, functional art has been a way of life since 2001.
We started this company 16 years ago in my garage. What we do is we take old vintage aircraft and we make functional art out of it. To date, we probably have over 150 different limited edition series product lines that we do. And here in the shop, the studio in El Segundo, we do all of our manufacturing. We've got a couple benches here that we're doing for a restaurant in Maryann. Here we have a DC-8 engine cowling that we're making into a little reception desk. Behind you here, this is an albatross float tank. And we're getting prepared to do the leather upholstery. A DC-3 wingtip made into a desk. This is going to the Netherlands. Our studio is kind of turned into a little museum.
Yeah.
If you look around, we have all of our old vintage lines that are hanging on the ceiling, including a World War I Fokker.
This right here?
That's right. Number 68 here is actually the tail off of a DC-6. And what's kind of special about this one is this actually belonged to the Monkees. This is the Monkees touring plane back in 1967. We have our DC-3 cockpit sticking out. One of the things that we do here, and you'll see the Christmas ornaments and the ropes and stuff, is we have a lot of events, a lot of parties. We had 2 this weekend, we got 3 next weekend, but it kind of lends itself to a really nice environment that we can have these fun parties. Here is where all the guys make it look beautiful, sanding and polishing. A lot of these pieces literally will have over 100 hours into it.
What piece is that? What is that?
These are 2 fuel tanks that we're using, and that's going to be a little conference table. So a lot of what we get is commercial aircraft, DC-9s, 737s, 757s, and even 747s. We have like an unlimited supply of windows, and so we make desks, conference tables, fuselage picture frames, couches, chairs.
Mirrors too, I saw, right?
Yeah, mirrors, yeah. We actually sell a lot of these. This is, again, kind of the entry level of a MotoArt piece. Our pieces are extremely expensive. And the reason being, there's hundreds of hours to go into it.
Sure.
There's to try to obtain the aircraft part, to get it back to El Segundo. All that adds and adds. And I understand people saying, hey man, this stuff is so expensive, you can't afford it. So I've always had this in mind, these plane tags. And last year I decided to go for it. And what I did is I introduced 6 airplanes. And we take the skin, the fuselage off the aircraft, and we have a big stamp machine. We literally just stamp it out. And what we do is we make little luggage tags off of them. And then what's really cool is we put the tail number on them, or the serial number. And that way you can actually look up your aircraft. This week we're introducing a B-52 bomber, which is an extremely rare tag. We're not going to have many of them. And then we have an F-86 coming up, we have a Constellation coming up, and we have the 777 coming up. So lots of new aircraft coming down the line, and we encourage you to go to planetags.com and sign up and get our newsletter for these.
Thanks for the tour, man.
Yeah, hey, it was fun having you.
The wheels are in motion for travelers to soon avail themselves of low-cost tickets on transatlantic flights, now that the U.S. Department of Transportation has approved Norwegian Air International's long-awaited permit. Cork Airport in Ireland is on the list to be served by Norwegian next year, with flights to and from secondary airports in the U.S. Northeast. While some specifics are still being ironed out, Norwegian plans to operate Boeing 737 MAX narrowbody aircraft on these routes, with Condé Nast travelers saying that introductory fares could be as low as $69 one way. What can we say? The excitement is fierce. China Southern Airlines is on the hunt for the next in-flight foodie sensation. The airline is encouraging foodies and flyers, whether you're a professional chef or an at-home cook, to share your favorite recipes on social media under the hashtag China Southern Foodies. Contestants are competing for a chance to win a round-trip ticket between New York and Guangzhou and the opportunity to participate in a taste testing event at the new bread restaurant in New York City. Those who are able to make it to the bread event in New York in January may also get the opportunity to be part of a new in-flight food documentary spearheaded by industry veteran Nick Lucas and his partner. The winning dish may also be featured on one of China Southern Airlines' flights. So if you'd like to find out more, check out China Southern Foodies website to learn all the details about this contest. Last but not least, Japan's All Nippon Airways has teamed with world-renowned DJ Steve Aoki to create a musical experience that celebrates both the journey and the destination. His first piece of content is a high-energy video that highlights the airline's in-flight accommodations and the array of different cultural experiences that you can have through Japanese travel. The partnership is part of a broader campaign at All Nippon Airways called Welcome to Experience Class, which aims to attract a U.S. audience, much like the China Southern Airlines foodie promotion on social media. The campaign will expand to include new content and influencers in the coming months. That's all for this edition of PaxX TV. Join us again next time for all the latest news on the passenger experience.
It's a great day, I'm feeling good. Oh, the possibility